Hey Phil, are you happy?
Danapu, I think happy is relative, but I could say I'm happy-ish.
And are you happy and you know it?
I mean, I kind of really want to clap my hands right now, but I don't know if I should.
If you
I feel
clap
like it's a trap.
if you clap your hands, you're gonna get in so much trouble because clapping is banned.
Wait. What do you mean
So it
banned?
is banned. Episode 15 of Random Roast is introducing a no clapping allowed policy from proceeding forward. So if you are a listener of the Random Roast podcast, clapping is not allowed any longer in any essence of your life.
What about
Nope.
clapping back?
Nope. So the university.
You see what I did there? You
I
see what I did
gotcha.
there?
I did get it. I got it. Hold your applause. Hold your
Okay. Ah,
applause. Did you
mm.
get that? You got it?
Okay. Yeah. Don't
No.
applaud me
So the
because you
University of
can't.
Oxford in England is has voted to ban clapping.
That is That's weird. I mean, it kind of sounds snotty, and especially it being English. I mean, what's the reason?
They think it's very disruptive. It
Just,
kind of
just did you say disruptive or destructive?
both. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like when I clap, there's a sonic boom that comes out of my hands, and everyone's just
Noise
mass destruction.
pollution. Noise pollution.
Oh yes. So much yes.
So no, it just kind of ruins the aura, the ambiance, the what it feels like with the clap. And you know
Okay,
what?
what?
I I agree with them.
Okay, I'm looking at this little article here. So basically, it says that they are catering towards the noise sensitive people or people with like hearing disabilities, and they say that it causes anxiety or um it causes them to kind of just feel uncomfortable with the clapping because people look like they're, I guess, aggressive. And so I think what they're doing is they're saying they want to do like jazz hands instead
Yeah,
of jazz hands instead of clapping. And I'm actually against it, Dan.
I am totally for this, except the fact that they're in favor of silent jazz hands, which I've never heard of before. It's part of the British Sign Language
Right.
verbiage. And so I looked it up. I was like, I don't know what the heck that means. I can't visualize silent jazz hands. It's pretty much, it looks like you're raising the roof pretty much. Whoop, whoop, raise the roof. It's kind of like that, but you're not moving your hands up and down. You just have your hands up. So you just kind of put your hands up. It's kind of like your church, kind of, but not like all the way up. Kind of
So
like
basically, it's like Goku doing the spirit bomb for 10 episodes.
pretty much like you are harnessing the Earth's aura. And
Quick, send me your energy.
this is so good. I am so happy that I'm going to put my hands up, but kind of, but not really.
How
And I
stupid is that? That's so
so
stupid.
that part is definitely dumb. But
That's
the clapping band, I'm all about it because clapping sucks, man. I don't like clapping. When was the last time you clapped and you meant it?
when it was something that was good.
No one claps like the only time that people
We just had okay, actually no, shut up. We just had Veterans Day and we like honored the veterans in something and we all clapped and that was special.
All right, so save it for special occasions then.
So
But
I mean
clap.
when someone's giving an applause, that's basically like you're showing your gesture of, hey, that was awesome or that was great and I am supporting you. I mean, with jazz hands, it's just like, hi, I want to touch you inappropriately.
Nah, man. Like I would say 80% of clapping is just you being polite. You don't really mean it. Because then
Yeah,
you're
that's the same. That's the same thing like smiling.
but smiling doesn't make any noise and you don't really like you can't see if someone's smiling like 20 feet away or not.
Smile like you mean
Like there
it.
I would say once you're an adult, the majority of the time you're clapping, you don't really mean it.
What if someone smiled so big that it looked loud?
I could see that, like body language. Like I know some people who have big old smiles, like big old
Like
mouths.
Jack Nicholson? Jack Nicholson smiles?
Yeah, and you could see like all 46 of their teeth, like in the smile.
I, I don't know.
Like
Here's the thing.
like
This
Julia
okay, go
Roberts'
ahead.
smile. That's who I think has a big smile. Julia Roberts.
Yeah, Julia Roberts is more mouth than face.
It ain't bad on her though.
No, she's a pretty lady.
Get it? Did you do that on purpose? Did you do that pun on purpose?
I did.
Did you? Is it okay if I clap there? You know, or oh no, I'm gonna do silent jazz hands. Can you
No,
feel
I
it?
deserve a clap because now I can't see you, and so when you clap, that you know what, that is why clapping is awesome, because you could see it and hear it.
The only time clapping is good is if you're laughing at the same time, like clapter. That's when it's okay.
Clapter. Are you coining that, Dan? Clapter.
I heard it somewhere else, so I'm not gonna say I made it up. But clapter is cool.
That was pretty good.
But just straight up, like I think of like being at work. I'm thinking of like being in an auditorium and someone gives a speech that's not really that good. And you kind of like, you have to be polite and go, I'm going to clap. I don't really mean it, but I don't want to be like the only person not clapping.
Right. So are you against clapping like as an applause, or are you against clapping altogether?
I think the only time that you should clap is if you stand up and clap. Because that means you really mean it.
No, I mean, sometimes if I'm listening to Queen, I want to clap my hands.
Queen is not that good, everyone.
No, Dan, come on. Body or you know, I've never sit there. I mean, when's the last time you've been in a freaking stands of a sports game, Dan? They do that. They play Queen. We Will Rock You, man. That's a clap anthem.
Man, I don't like Queen that much. Man, I just
Dan,
don't.
you are failing this. You know, the podcast should have ended last episode 14, Dan. You are tanking everything right now. You don't like Queen, you don't like clapping. You're just you're anti-social things.
I'm part of the anti-social club. So
you are just ruining all the okay, here's my problem, like kind of coming back to it. My problem, at least with the way Oxford is doing, is that they're catering. The premise of this is that they're catering to a very small group of people, but like basically the majority is fine with it, and it doesn't affect the majority. It's just a very, very, very small amount of people there that are hearing impaired, you know, and they're going to make a big drastic. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal in some aspects because it's basically changing something for a very small group. But you see that in a lot of different things, kind of everywhere. It's like a minority group kind of has the favor. It's like, you know, the underdog. Everyone wants to cater to the underdog and all these different things. It's just, I'm just starting to see that trend here.
I love it, dude.
I guess
I love it. I hate clapter. Clapter sucks. All right, nobody enjoys clapping. The only time you enjoy clapping is when you don't realize you're doing it. Like with clapter, like you're laughing so hard, you're kind of clapping a little bit. That's the only time when you're just like, oh, I'm gonna clap now. Like if you have to think about it, that means you don't really want to do it. It should be involuntary.
I am for honor clapping.
Nah, it should be
honor clapping.
You're just
how do you show
up
honor?
Silence because it's awkward with clapter. You know, clapping sucks. It's overrated. People should embrace the awkward silence.
No, clapping is awesome. It's not awkward if you're clapping when someone deserves it, or you're clapping basically to say, okay, you know what? Clapping also signifies you're done. Move on.
Nah, if you can't stand up and clap, then you don't really mean that you honor them. You're being a lazy half clapter. If you can't stand up and clap, then you don't really mean it, and you shouldn't be clapping to begin with. And my dog is just looking at me like I'm insane because I just started yelling.
You should start clapping, and see what your dog does.
His ears are just kind of going up, like, what? You're going to give me a treat now?
Man, okay. All right. You know what? I think we need to ask our listeners, are you guys pro or against clapping? Let us know on any of the social medias that you follow us on. Let us know what you think. Are you with Dan? Are you a Danonite? Or are you a Philonite? Okay, are you a Danaputian? Or are you a... Did we give myself like a weird extended
Nope.
name? Okay, yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, let us
Yeah.
know because this could change the history of the podcast, okay? You know, I have to win this.
Okay. So you can win if you want to.
I have to win this. No. And if I win this, Dan has to give me a standing clap.
That's fine. I'm not going to give you a sitting clap because if
I win. And if you win, I will give you jazz hands.
Dude, when do people clap at a sports event?
I clap all the time, like when there's a touchdown
You
or a good
clap.
play, or I'm like, okay, I do this. I go, defense, come on, guys.
You're
just kind of
cheering
clapping,
them
like giving
on
them
in the
energy.
most lazy way possible.
No, sometimes you do. It's like, okay, hold on. Being a spectator at a game is a full.
No, it is not. You are sitting in a chair eating popcorn.
No, you are looking with your eyes. You are shaking your hands, clapping your hands. You are yelling. You sometimes are standing. Sometimes you're sitting. Sometimes you're jumping. Sometimes you're just freaking out. Dan, you know what? I am not taking you to
your hands are in front of your face while you clap, you don't really mean it. Like if you're clapping like hardcore, like by your face, you know, like up in the air, kind of. That's when you're like being rowdy. That's when you're actually burning some calories.
Dan, when did you become the clapping police? Jeez, Louise.
Captain Clapper, and none of you people are doing it right.
Dude, Captain Clap, captain of all the things that clap.
If you ain't putting your booty into it, if you're not burning some calories, if some perspiration is not emanating from your forehead, that means you don't really need it. And I don't want you to be in my community. You don't belong here if you don't really mean it. I need you to work at this. I don't need some half-assers clapping a part of my community. No, thank you.
Move over, fashion police. The general clap is here to stay.
That sounds really
Captain Clap, is that what you want to do?
Really gross.
You know, I was trying not to go there with the clap, but I mean, you just have a standing ovation from me.
You do, yeah. So let's since we are 15 episodes in, I wanted to give the roaster some information on the fellow roaster.
Oh, I just wanted to give them.
Yeah,
so a clap.
Thank you. I stood up though.
All right, fair enough. You guys get a standing clap. You guys are awesome. We love you guys.
Since we're 15 episodes in and we're already talking about communities, I want to let the roasters know where they are and where other roasters are listening at.
All right, so we're going to call this Roast Around the World.
The Roast Roll Call. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, woo! All right, let's hear it.
We got 4 countries who have listened to Dan and Phil spew nonsense for 15 episodes now. We got
okay.
Excluding the U.S., so technically 5. But we
don't count as a country.
Yeah, we don't count. International, we go to the exotic country of Canada.
Okay. Oh man, we got the king of poutine over there.
We got the king of the maple syrup. And then we do go. The next country I've listed is exotic, I would say.
Okay.
It's not something you get 50 guesses. You're not going to name this country, guarantee it.
Uzbekistan.
Close.
Dang. Oh, so it's a stan.
No, it is not. It is the United Arab Emirates.
Okay. Well, holler over there.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Let your friends know because that'd be kind of cool. You know, if we get enough sway over there, we may have to come visit our roasters over there. You know, I've been due for a vacation. I've never even thought about going to the United Arab Emirates, but it could be fun.
Yeah, host us. We can do a podcast in your living room.
Oh, dude, that would be so cool.
I know they have a lot of like American fast food stuff in that part of the world now. I wonder if they have Denny's.
Oh man, dude. Or actually, you know what? I wonder if they got Popeyes.
I guarantee they have Popeyes.
Really?
Because that part of the world doesn't really eat pork, so they eat a lot of chicken.
Ah. Okay. So I guess the McRib ain't back over there, huh?
No, I mean, beef is, cows, and transporting cows is hard when cows aren't local, so chicken's a lot more readily available.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
they definitely have Popeye's eye with gander. My gander is a yes. So
I would have never guessed that.
yeah.
United Arab Emirates. That's cool.
So and then the next country is jolly good old England.
Righto, mate. Let us know with your jazz hands.
Yeah, don't clap us. Don't give us claps if you like us. We want you to film yourself doing silent jazz hands. And then the last country on the list is Ireland.
Okay. That'd be great to do a podcast in Ireland and just drink some Guinness from the tap over there.
That's what I've heard. I don't really like Guinness, but I've heard the Guinness out there is much better. And I believe that because beer...
What's fresher?
Yeah, they don't have to put the same preservatives as they do here.
Yeah, Ireland's on my bucket list. I definitely want to go there. I definitely want to tour the Guinness facility. And I actually also want to... Is Jameson out there too?
Yeah, I think so.
So I want to tour. I want to see Jameson. I want to see the distillery and all that stuff. And I definitely want a proper pint.
Yeah.
In Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland is on my list. It's been pushed off because it's actually one of the easiest countries to reach and not so expensive. So that is something I'll do when I turn 45 or so. That's kind of the goal.
So that's like what, next year?
Yeah, that's 6.5 minutes from now.
Oh man, Dan, I need a vacation. So you guys need to like let us know, sponsor us, or at least give us a very compelling reason to spend thousands of dollars to come see you and give you a high five.
Yeah, so if you want to do a domestic vacation, we have 11 states that have listened to our two stupid voices.
Okay, what states?
All right, Virginia. Come on down.
Okay.
All right, that didn't go well.
I couldn't think of anything to say.
Next on the list, Minnesota, home of 1,000 lakes.
That's random. Minnesota.
Kansas, the state that's flat. I don't know what Kansas is called.
Kansas is above me, so okay.
The rectangle state, Kansas.
Kansas.
Georgia, the home of peaches.
Georgia's always on my mind.
Next on the list is Pennsylvania, home of the Quakers and Amish.
Dang, I've got some choice words for a said team in Pennsylvania, but I will not say it.
Is it the lacrosse team out there?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Next on the list is Tennessee. Isn't that called Dixie, like the Dixieland?
I don't know. I think you just wanted to say Dix.
No, that's definitely not why, but okay. So
DIX? Come on, DIX. Come on.
I'm thinking of DMX the way you're saying it.
Hey, X gonna give it to you.
Speaking of hip hop, the next state on the list is North Carolina.
Dude, they've got some good barbecue out there.
Really? Well, speaking of good barbecue, the next state on the list is the Lone Star State, Texas.
Texas. Okay. Texas makes sense. I know some people in Texas.
Next on the list, number 3. The number 3 spot, the bronze medal.
Number 3.
This is in order of listens as well. So I'm going from last to first.
Okay.
So number 3 is probably truly number 1 when you really think about it, is a Michigan.
Who's that in Michigan?
I don't know, but people in Michigan, what they do, I don't know the state name, but they point to their hand. That's what people from Michigan do. They'll say they're from Michigan.
Yeah. Because it's the shape of
What
the
if you're
hand.
from the Panhandle part? Like, what are you supposed to do with your hand?
This little pinky, this little finger went to the market. This little pinky stayed home, right? This little pinky cried, wee, wee,
put
wee.
your ankle, like put your arm up, like you kind of broke your elbow a little bit. Like, what are you supposed to do? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
And number 2,
Michigan's beautiful, though. I've been.
I have not been to Michigan.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Flint and drink their dirty water.
Oh man, that's terrible, Dan. You just put a little Mio in there, you'll be good.
So number 2 is home of the worst person in human history. That's you.
It's me.
And
well, I've got a couple people that listen to the podcast. here.
And number one is the state where things go to clap, California.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense too because you're in California. So the top 2 states are states that we live in. That does make sense.
Yeah, that's why I said Michigan's truly number one.
Yeah.
So there you go. We
Interesting.
are in about 25%, no, 20% of the US and 4 countries out of the world. There's probably 200 and so countries. So we are in 2% of the world's countries. Yeah, we have made it. We are accomplished.
So guys, we need to keep that AIDS viralocity going on. We want to spread like
Yeah, so
terribly.
I,
We want to
I
spread
need each
everywhere.
one of you to be patient zeros in your community.
Ooh, I like where
I
this is
need
going.
you to go to wherever you go the most. When you're at the cashier, when you're talking to the waiter, and you're looking at the menu, and you're like, "Oh, I'm thinking of getting the Random Roast podcast." That's what I need you to say.
Yeah, you just gotta sit there and like look awkward and go, Random Roast!
When you go get coffee and they're like, "What would you like to order? Do you have any Random Roast show on the menu?"
What's that? Random Roast!
Actually, I just airdropped you the link. How did you get my number? So I hacked the Wi-Fi here, and that's what I need you to do. I need you to hack the Wi-Fi wherever you go, and just airdrop the link to everybody.
And if they don't know what we are, just tell them we're a medium roast and we go down smooth.
Yeah, and if you do that and you show us proof, you could DM us on Instagram, our roast info. The Instagram account is growing faster than an unwanted limb. I don't know why I said that. So,
so it's growing. It's becoming successful.
Yeah, it's like a 6th finger on your hand. Like you kind of like it, even though you shouldn't. And I've seen someone with that, like a 6th finger. Like she had a small pinky by the pinky. And like if it was me, I would have cut it off. But she seemed to like it because she was like 50 and still had it. But every time I shook her hand, I felt wrong. But yeah, you could be like our 6th finger. And we will learn to embrace you. And imagine clapping with an extra finger. How awesome is
that? Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, it was quite the bizarre.
I think I would rather have a 6th toe.
Oh, for sure. No one noticed. Now you have to go out of your way, but I got a 6th toe.
Do you know who's got weird feet that you don't think about?
Daffy Duck.
Ashton Kutcher.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got like webbed feet.
I know someone with webbed toes.
Yeah, so he's got that weird anomaly.
No one's perfect, but I mean, if that had to be my kryptonite, I'd take that and be Ashton Kutcher.
Dang. Yeah. So there you have it.
There you have it. Now, all right. So talking about things that are cool, like us. So cringeworthy saying that.
Oh, I know, right? We're not that cool, but
no, we are not. We are on the mere bottom of being the worst people in human history. Like we are up there with Caligula.
With who?
Caligula.
Who's Caligula?
You don't know Caligula?
It's not ringing a bell right now.
Caligula.
Yeah, you keep saying it like I'm supposed to know.
Caligula.
Caligula.
I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to spell it. He was like a Roman emperor for like 10 years only because he was pretty much psychotic.
But it's a good 10 years, you know what I'm saying?
He pretty much like killed everybody and he was just super destructive to himself.
Okay. Caligula.
I forgot.
Caligula.
So, yeah, speaking of self-destructive things, Chuckecheese. Remember going to Chuckecheese as a kid?
Dude, Chuckecheese was like all about the Jurassic Park game. I remember like going there and that was the game that I wanted to play. And I thought it was really cool because, yeah, you were shooting, you got to sit in this little thing and the seats moved and you felt really cool. That was like, I think, one of my very first shooting games.
That was a good game.
Wasn't it?
I particularly enjoyed. I don't know the name of the game, but you had to like you're a ship or something. You had to like straddle and it had handlebars. You kind of moved a little bit.
Okay.
You're like a spaceship kind of. That was fun because like games back then didn't really move, so
Right.
that was kind of cool. And you gotta like skee ball. That's a classic.
Skee ball is a classic.
So yeah, they are eliminating kids from Chuck E. Cheese. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's like a Dave and Buster's now, except it's Chuck and Buster's.
Yeah, now it's just cheese. So
It's a pizza place.
yeah, so they are eliminating the animatronic band.
What?
Yeah, so
Oh man, dude. That was like the highlight of my experience there. I'd sit there and get freaked out by these little weird robots that are blinking at me.
they were pretty creepy.
That purple guy was like the freakiest guy.
Oh, for sure. I remember I had either my 10th or 8th birthday was in Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you've had a good childhood unless you've had a birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. At least one.
And I remember, like every once in a while, some poor sap would walk around in the Chuck E. Cheese outfit.
Oh yeah, and then like the kids would be like freaked out. Like some kids will be like, "Oh, it's Chucky," and then some kids are like, "Ah, it's Chucky!" And then like some kids are like, "I want to grab his tail."
Oh, for sure. I was definitely the type that kicked him. I kicked at Chucky a few times. They turned around and you could totally tell, like, "Hey, don't kick me." What happened
He's like,
to your
"Hey,
voice?
I get paid minimum wage. Don't kick the freaking doll."
Dude, and the kids that got scared from Chuck E. Cheese, you're not my friend anymore. Like, if my friend got, "Oh my god," I'm like, what? It's a dude in an outfit.
Well,
No, it's a real thing.
the people that get scared of Chuck E. Cheese are the people that believe in Santa Claus. They're the same people.
If you are older than 5 years old and you are scared of a guy in an outfit, I couldn't be your friend. I would be like, "You're serious."
Wait, hold on. This is making me think of people that are legitimately scared of clowns.
See, I don't like clowns, but I'm not scared of clowns.
Some people are terrified of clowns.
Yeah, they are stunted. There's something wrong with them.
I mean, at least Chucky, you're in a suit, but like a clown, it's a freaking person. I mean, like,
So here is a confession from yours truly.
Uh-oh. And now we go through Dan's confessions.
We're going to go on the way back machine. So I believe this might be my first interview.
What year is it, Dan? What year is it?
The year was 1901. Nah.
Come on, you can't have time travel without the destination date.
It was probably 18 years ago.
Dang. Okay, so 2001?
2001-ish.
Okay.
Definitely, I don't remember if it's my first job interview, but definitely top 3.
Okay.
Was at Chuck E. Cheese.
Was it really?
It was.
Were you like, what did you apply for? Just kind of anything?
I applied, I don't remember the technical title, but they're like, yeah, you just kind of help out here, give toys out and, give food out. Like, all right, cool. I'm like, oh, that sounds all fine. I know high school job. Can't be too picky.
Yeah.
And then, would you mind, every once in a while, dressing up as Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh man, that would have went full circle. You would have been that kid who like pulled Chucky's tail to becoming Chucky.
And then they got worse. It gets so much worse from there.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they said every once in a while we'll need you to take the suit to the dry cleaner.
But I mean, they pay for it. You just have to do it, right?
Imagine driving your car to the dry cleaner and carrying the bottom part, because you can't carry both parts at once. You have to carry a Chuck E. Cheese head into a dry cleaner, and it's cumbersome. And you have to like open the door, and maybe someone needs to help you to open the door.
Like that head is probably your entire front seat.
Yeah,
and then your windshield.
Yeah, that's what I thought about. I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. So, and then that wasn't bad enough. Then they said, you have to clean the restrooms, but you have to remember, like, there's a lot of little kids here, and little kids can be gross, and sometimes this is what she legit said in the interview. They
Mm.
like to smear poop on the walls.
Yeah, I'd be like, peace out, Girl Scout. We're done here.
So yeah, I did not accept the job.
Dang. Yeah, you couldn't pay me enough for that.
Yeah, I mean the Chuck E. Cheese outfit was almost a deal breaker. Cleaning poo off walls is a deal breaker.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to clean poo, at least get paid better. Go work at a hospital.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my aspiration in life is to clean poo, and I haven't done it yet.
Well, Dan, I can help you with that.
Can you? How?
um, so here's a confession now. Here's a Phil confession.
Do we
Okay,
need a time travel?
we do need a time travel. We we need to time travel to like when I was, I believe, like 3 or 4 years old. So that would put us at
2 minutes ago.
9091.
Okay.
Okay, 90 or 91, something there. So I was the kid that was fascinated with his poop. Um, and so I would sit in the bathroom for like 30 to 40 minutes when I was a kid, right? And I'd poop. And then instead of like wiping right away, I would grab some of that stuff and I would uh, I would do freelance art on the wall, like next to me. So uh, my parents called me Chicasso. But like legitimately, that's one of the stories where I'm just like, I hope never come up. Uh, and just like with my family, because sometimes like you just people meet your family, and you're all talking around, and they start telling stories, and I'm like, God, don't tell that story. I don't have to explain. I was a freaking kid. I mean, I don't remember it. Um, but anyway, like my parents told my wife that story, and I'm like, God, it's just not your best day. But that just made me think of that story. Um, none of my art was preserved, and I had the punishment of cleaning up my art. And let's just say that it was a very crappy job.
Oh
But
boy. Oh boy.
oh yeah, dad joke. I can tell him I'm a dad.
Man.
Um,
So are you
but
looking forward to when you have to clean your daughter's art soon?
okay, I was thinking about that. I was hoping that it's not genetic. The little genetic neurotic tendencies. I'm hoping that the Chicasso is has been put to bed. But if Chicasso does rear its ugly head again, I can't even be mad. I just be like, man, it kind of makes sense. I gave birth to this creature. But yeah, I don't know. You couldn't pay me enough to do that. So, but that just reminded me of the story. So now you guys know that I used to play with my butt.
That's not exactly what you did, but okay.
As a kid, I used to play with my butt. I was that kid. Dang, Dan. Freaking time travel. We need to go back to
I
the future.
100% never did anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, I am Benjamin Button. I do more silly things now as an adult than when I was a little kid.
I mean, yeah. Well, define silly. You like that kind of like stuff, or just like stupid stuff you shouldn't have been doing, like lighting the carpet on fire, or sticking a fork in the freaking light
Yeah,
socket.
I do that stuff more now as a grown man.
When's the last time you stuck a fork in a light socket, Dan?
I think it was like 5 years ago.
God, really?
Yeah, I was like, I wonder. I was always like, I wonder if it really hurts, and then I actually did
You're
it.
not serious. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like, I was like, I wonder if that's one of those MythBusters things. And then
Did
I
it
did
did it
it,
hurt?
but I didn't do like a like the wall plug. I did like an extension cord, so it wasn't as
Okay.
bad. I was kind of smart about it.
Oh, so it's got the same current or less of a current?
Less of a current.
Uh,
Yeah, so that's what I do. I am a child, more of a child now than I was as a child.
that almost kind of sounds like you're asking our roasters to give you dares, and you would do them on Instagram.
I am not going to do any poo related dares. I will
And
say
no
that.
poo, no poo dares. But if you got a dare for Dan, a Dan dare, Dan, um, you should totally let Dan do it. I mean, I seriously, guys, if you're listening, 34 minutes in, almost 35, give Dan a dare. It can't be a crappy situation.
No doubt.
He'll do most other dares. Like I mean, I got a list for you, but it'd be cheating if I did so. Unless I had like an alias,
He
like an
could.
alias listener, be like, hey Dan, stick your finger in your butt.
What I just said. What I just said. I said nothing food related.
Well, if you wipe, there's no poo.
This is getting really gross.
Dan's not a wiper.
I mean, what's
Okay,
worse?
so let's
Change
go.
topics. I
Yeah, I'm
really
about to say
wanna
let's
talk
get back.
about this.
Let's get back to Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, so they're getting rid of the robots and stuff. So what are they doing instead?
So yeah, they're getting rid of the robots, and they're actually getting rid of a lot of the machines as well. A lot of the toys, not the toys, but they're ditching the coin operated machines.
Really?
Yeah, so pretty much the things that we did there are going to be gone.
Dang. So what are they gonna do instead?
They are going to have large modern dance floors that light up as guests move across them. They're pretty much
Hold
going
on.
to do like that Michael Jackson video from Billie Jean.
Hold on, I'm reading something on it. Okay. They're not doing just that. So what they're saying here is that they are getting rid of the coin operatedness, but they're going to be moving to something like wristbands and time cards or something like that. So you can buy time, and all the games are free. So I think that's what they're moving to. So the parents would buy time for their kids.
That's going to cost so much more.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, if they can keep them there longer, they'll buy more sodas or buy more pizza or stuff like that because they probably make more money on the food than they do in the games.
Yeah, their pizza is not good.
I don't remember their pizza. It's been such a long time. I just would you eat Little Caesars over Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
No,
Oh,
it's better. It's better than Little Caesars. I had Little Caesars maybe like 8 years ago.
it's been that long.
Yeah, it's Little Caesars is the garbage of pizza.
I don't know. I mean, I probably eat it like 3 or 4 times a year.
No, it's been. I remember specifically last time I had it, and
They have really good crazy bread, dude. Their breadsticks are really good.
yeah, the breadsticks are all right, but it's a problem when the breadsticks cost the same as a pizza.
That just speaks to the testament of how delicious they are.
Yeah, well, one does not equal the other. So, yeah, I remember the last time because it's been a while, and I ate the entire pizza in one sitting,
Huh.
and I got sick. I
You know
got.
what?
Speaking of poo, I definitely had to do a deuce immediately.
So it had the Taco Bell effect.
Oh yeah, eating an entire Little Caesars pizza in one sitting makes you jump for joy. It makes your butt clap.
God, were you standing?
if you are not standing after eating Little Caesars pizza in one sitting, you're not doing it right.
A standing butt clap. Yeah, if you can make your butt clap while you're standing, I'll give you $5.
I mean,
It's legit gotta make a clapping sound.
if you are not that committed, like if you have to sit down, like if you're sitting down while doing that, you're just lazy.
I mean, you can gain a little momentum with like a little bit of the rock in the hips, but if you can make a legit clap with your butt, I'll give you $5.
Yeah, I stand.
Just because of the sheer amusement of that, I would die laughing.
I mean, who doesn't do that?
A standing butt clap?
Yeah,
Who doesn't do a standing butt clap?
yeah.
Me, because I have no butt.
I always stand when I do that.
I mean, I can't actually get the clap going.
Yeah,
It's more of a jazz wiggle.
yeah. Let's not talk about this much more.
Damn, we got back to butts again.
Yeah, I don't know how we do this.
What? How did you? That's your fault. You brought butts
I
again.
did. This the second entourage of fecal matter.
You're just being a little cheeky, aren't you?
boy. Oh boy.
Filled with the dad jokes. Keep them
Aren't
coming.
you like pointing right now? You're like pointing with your index fingers. Like,
I actually did a clap. I did a clap, except it was a fist into the palm kind of thing, and I went like that.
yeah, I started doing that a few years ago, like sarcastically. I'd be like, I'm gonna beat you up, and I would do it to girls.
What?
I should be like, you're gonna do what I ask, or I'm gonna beat you up.
How'd that go for you?
It was mostly at work because I was being super sarcastic.
Right.
Like, hey, I need you to finish this now, or you're gonna get it. And I would like, and I'd shake my fist at them.
Capiche.
Yeah, you give me the pizza, and I give you a what's that thing?
I give you the
I
beating.
give you a knuckle sandwich.
A knuckle sandwich.
Yes.
Oh, Dan, totally unrelated. We're gonna go back to Disney Plus here. I have Disney Plus.
How is it?
I love it. I've watched a couple movies already. The entire catalog's not there though, and it won't be there until like 2020 and 2021 because they have some licensing agreements with like certain movies that are already out. Like they have Endgame on there, but they don't have the first part. They've got Captain Marvel. They've got like Iron Man 2 and 3, but not 1. So they're not all there. As far as the Marvel portion now, as far as Star Wars is concerned, everything's there except for the newest Star Wars that just came out. So what was it? The not the Rise of Skywalker. What's after the Force
that
Awakens?
one with the lightsabers.
I forget what it's called. Oh, The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi.
Hey, is that one show
I don't think
with Boba Fett and the Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian is good. Oh my goodness, it's good. Yeah, I'm
is it the whole thing
2 episodes in.
Is it like week to week?
It's week to week. So like basically like it's definitely Star Wars esque. The cinematography is on point. It's like cinematic level. The dialogue, the movement, the pacing, it's just really really good. And it's like everything that you want from Star Wars, except it's like fresh and new and it's different, and it's just really good. And I like where they're going with it. They introduced a little baby. If you haven't seen it, if you're online and you haven't seen this already, then you're just living in a bomb shelter or something like that. But like, there is a baby Yoda.
Wow, you just.
But it's not.
I definitely did not see that.
Oh, dude, it's all over the internet, like literally everywhere. It's like they're comparing like Baby Yodas to Furbies, and they're like, if you thought Furbies were cute, and that's like, hold my beer, and then Baby Yoda comes in there. So, interesting fact: in Star Wars lore, there is no name for Yoda's race. Okay, so like we literally right now have nothing to call Yoda.
Oh, that's so uninteresting.
Yeah. And I think Yoda in the Star Wars universe, Yoda has a sister. I think her name's Yaddle or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Yaddle. But what we do know is that race is very strong with the Force.
Well, I signed up for Disney Plus. They have a 1 week free trial offer.
Oh yeah, you watching all the classics like Cinderella?
No, I'm gonna give this show a watch, The Mandalorian, whatever it's called. And
yeah,
and how many weeks? How many episodes are there?
There's just
I'll
2.
give that a watch, and I'll give you my unbiased opinion on it as someone who does not give a single poop about Star Wars.
Well, so the series takes place not right after, but it takes place between Return of the Jedi. Sorry, after Return of the Jedi and before the
Force
Awakens.
7 years ago, like in real time.
Yeah,
because like that. Luke Skywalker was from like Georgia, right?
Georgia.
My dog is like jumping on me, and he's super aggressive. I guess the Star Wars talk made him super hyper.
Bum bum ba-da-da, woof, woof, bum bum. Dude, he loves it. You should call him Chewie.
Well, it's close. His name's Rocky, but Uh,
He's the Chewbacca to your Han
he
Solo,
is
dude.
almost the same size as Chewbacca.
Oh yeah.
He's 20
Okay.
pounds, same size.
Yeah.
He's brown, and all brown things are the same.
You can call him BB-8.
Call him what? I don't know what that is.
BB-8. Yeah, I think that's the droid, the little cute round droid that follows
I don't
Finn.
know what.
You don't know what am I doing to explain Star Wars to you, Dan? You don't like Star Wars.
There's R2D2 and CP3O
C3PO.
and a lot of incest.
No, who knows?
Yeah,
It's a galaxy far, far away. Okay, they don't bend to our rules.
yeah, it's kind of not kind of how it goes, but
Yeah, so
so
let us know what you think
so
about that. When you
say what?
let us know what you think about that when you watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it tonight. I will give it a gander tonight.
But
And
Disney Plus it's pretty cool. This is the reason why I'm excited for it. I'm excited to watch some of the originals with my kids when they get just a little bit older. Because like right now it just looks interesting, but they don't really get what's going on. So it'll be fun to like see the original Aladdin, the original Lion King. Um, the catalog's pretty decent, but the catalog is not in its entirety, and so that's something that if they're going to keep me as a subscriber or a user, they're gonna have to like unlock that vault and let it all go, baby.
yeah, no, I saw this package deal with my dog runs away now. I saw a package deal for Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for like $13.
Yeah, so it's the regular Hulu though, so you still have commercials with that.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
there's a
I was all
difference. There's a difference between Hulu and Hulu Plus.
plus you.
Plus you and the pluser.
Pretty much. I'm going to
Yeah.
plus you, and I'm going to plus it so much.
But
I'm gonna plus you
it's
till
still
you
a
get
good
plus.
deal though. For the ESPN app, for the Disney Plus app, and for Hulu, $12.99 is actually a pretty decent deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how it goes because I deactivated my Netflix, so I am going to give Disney Plus a week
Yeah.
and see what happens from there. Maybe I'll become Boba Fett.
Huh.
Maybe
So
I'll become the Earth's Boba Fett.
yeah, it's not happening.
I could do it. You don't believe me? I'll clap a bunch. It'll happen. So what if I clap and smear poo all over myself? I'm Boba Fett, right?
I'm trying to think of a witty name and I can't. You can
Poo
be
Fett.
you can be a Clapalorian.
Poo Poo Fett.
A Turdifet.
Yeah. Deuce Fett. I don't know.
Well, so guys, chime in on this too. Let us know. Do you guys have Disney Plus? What are you watching? Are you watching The Mandalorian? Are you a Star Wars fan? Is Disney Plus worth it? It's kind of like I've been hearing a lot of mixed things. People are like, and then some people are like, no, Disney Plus is awesome. And so people are just kind of in between there. Here's one annoying thing too. If you have an older so for Apple TV, if you have an older model Apple TV, you need Generation 4 Apple TV and newer to have the Disney Plus app on the Apple TV. So I have a Generation 2. And so for me, what I have to do is I have to stream it from my phone and cast it onto my TV.
Yeah, my smart TV won't have it. I already know this.
So that's the annoying thing. So if you have an Apple TV, it's got to be a Generation, I think 5 is what it was, 4 or 5, one of the newer generations. Otherwise, you have to use it on your phone. And so one thing too that I found out actually that's a little annoying about Disney Plus right now is you can have up to 10 users, right? But you can't see who's logged in. Like, so from what it is like once you reach 10 devices, it'll not let any more devices on there right now. And so you can either kick everything off again but you can't single out one device yet.
Dude, 10 is a lot.
No. So imagine if like you've got a family of 4 people.
Okay.
Like imagine you got a family of 4 people, right? So let's assume that there's 2 TVs in the house, right? So let's say there's two accounts right there for that. And then let's say that everybody wants to watch it on their phone. So that's 6 right there. But you know what? I got an iPad, it's a bigger screen. I want to watch it on my iPad. So now I got my iPad on there. But if another kid has an iPad, then boom, you know what I mean? And so
No,
like
stupid complaining. 10 is a
no,
lot.
no.
Unless you have 17 children, 10 is a lot.
But one thing they do is they'll allow 4 people to stream at the same time.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but if you have a bigger family, it's not a lot.
Hey, why don't you guys do things together instead?
Well, no, because sometimes you forget. Because like sometimes you're just not on it, and then you just like get on a device. Like okay, so like let's say you wanted to watch something on your computer at work or your computer at your friend's house, something like that. You're like, yeah, I got a Disney Plus account. You log in, and then that's considered a login on that browser, and so then that browser there is one of the accounts.
So why don't you
And
just log out afterwards?
what I'm saying is that you can't individually log out of something. It basically like once it does that, it dings it as that's the place for it too. So you get like 10 spots. And
Okay.
so what I'm saying is that it's annoying that you can't individually go in and boot off the last place you were on there, the ones that you don't want. You have to like boot off everything.
Oh my god, that's so hard.
And you know, if you're gonna pay for a freaking service, you know, let it be right the first time.
And that's a deal breaker, huh?
Khalas.
Okay. Nobody
Let,
knows what
let
that
it be done. Let it be done.
nobody knows what that means. So
But I clapped,
yeah.
and there was 2 claps.
You washed your hands with this.
That was an authoritative clap.
You
And
know
I was
what's
sitting.
fun? You know the best time to clap is when you're washing your hands.
Just you're like splish splash, splish splash. You know, I just imagine myself doing that at the gym in the morning, like after you go pee. So they're like, yes, yes, yes. Washing
Yeah.
your hands.
Anyone who's doing this, male, female, other, both.
Dan, no. Dan, okay, no, here's a dare. Here is a dare, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So next time you're at the gym and you're you're washing your hands, start splashing water. Some people go, water fight, water fight. Just casually. I mean, like you sit there and just be like, flick water at people, water fight, and just see their reactions.
Well, I don't really work out with people. Like my gym is pretty empty when I'm there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work out at work.
Yeah. I go to Planet Fitness, so mine's pretty.
Is that
busy
the
all the
gym
time.
where they have pizza?
Well, yeah, but like not when I go at like freaking 5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember I went to a restaurant many years ago. It was like an Italian restaurant. I was like, why do I smell pizza? There's like no other restaurants around. And I was like, oh, there are like 87 pizza boxes inside Planet Fitness.
That's funny.
So that is a true statement. That's not a joke.
Yeah. So my Planet Fitness has coffee ready in the morning, so you just go in there and do some coffee as a pre-workout.
Is it good coffee?
I think it's like Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. Just
Okay,
cheap
Dunkin'
stuff.
Donuts is the most disgusting everything. Everything at Dunkin' Donuts is gross.
Really?
Their donuts are gross. Their coffee is gross. Their colors are gross. Everything's gross.
I would take Dunkin' Donuts coffee over McDonald's coffee.
I think it's a tile nastiness. They're both bad.
Yeah, I mean it's not my first choice, but what I'm saying is like if you want to like if you need to like mass give out coffee to people and it needs to be cheap, Dunkin' Donuts is affordable, and you kind of get what you sign up for though, but like it's affordable.
Dude, Dunkin' Donuts has come out here to the West Coast the last few years, and I wish it didn't. I wish they stayed away.
Wait, Dunkin' Donuts was not on the West Coast first?
Yeah, it's an East Coast thing.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it came out here a few years ago, and it's the closest donut coffee shop. Now, I want to say coffee, but the closest donut shop to where I work, so it's always Dunkin' Donuts.
Do you guys have Krispy Kreme out there?
Yeah, Krispy Kreme is
Okay.
a million times better than Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, I've never drank their coffee there. I just like their donuts.
Yeah, their coffee's all right. It's pretty good. But yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, and people who swear by Dunkin' Donuts, oh, it's really good. I'm like, it's like saying your childhood was good when you're beaten every day. That's what it's like saying that.
I mean, that's a stretch.
Because you grew up on garbage and you have accepted garbage as part of being okay. It's not okay.
Hey, you can escape, childhood trauma with Rent a Kid.
Oh boy. All right.
You know what? Just sign up and rent yourself out, man. That way you can just escape all the bad stuff. Just be like, yeah, sorry, I'm working.
You know
I don't
what?
got time for your negativity.
The best way for you, if you like Dunkin' Donuts, the best way for you to know how nasty it truly is by renting a kid and
And
bringing
have
them
them
to
drink
Dunkin'
it.
Donuts, and they're going to tell you how disgusting it is.
Okay, so hold on. So I remember you mentioned like MythBusters a little earlier in the episode. Is it true that like coffee stunts growth if you're a child drinking coffee? Is that a true thing, or is that just like a old wives' tale?
I think it's a wives' tale. I think the ideology behind that is that caffeine is, not it stunts growth.
Interesting.
But I don't buy that. I mean, soda has a ton of caffeine in it.
And so does chocolate.
So does cocaine.
I mean, if you're a kid doing cocaine, it's gonna stunt your growth.
But I heard cocaine smells really good.
You know what? I'm gonna have to try that out. I don't remember what it smells like anymore.
Yeah, I heard it's a really good smelling
It
aroma.
smells like powdered sugar.
That's why I always see people sniffing it. It's like, oh my god, it
Yeah.
smells so good. I need it inside me.
Sometimes you just want a little sweet tunnel of cocaine.
That's what I mean. Cigarettes don't taste good, but people still smoke them. I don't get
You know
it.
what? If you're a hardcore cigarette smoker, you need to sniff a cigarette.
How much are cigarettes out in your yonder?
I don't know. I don't smoke, but
No.
I'm assuming it's cheaper than most places. I think it's like $5 or $6 a pack.
Okay, that's like $9 here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't smoke either, but 50 cents a cigarette, pretty much.
that's well. And a lot of people smoke like close to a pack a day. Like if you're actually really smoking, you smoke about almost a pack a day.
Imagine spending $10 a day on a vice that is horrible for you.
Yeah, that's
Other
just
people
how
do
it
it.
is.
I mean, people drink like I drink a half a bottle of wine a day. People do that too. That's like $10 a day.
People drink half a bottle of wine a day.
Some people drink like 2 glasses of wine. That's pretty much half a bottle. Isn't it like a bottle of wine like 4 glasses?
I don't drink wine. I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it's like 4 glasses.
But
So
like every time I've seen like wine and stuff, like they serve it. You drink wine in like really small glasses, don't you?
if you
Or is
fill it
that
up,
champagne? No, it's champagne. Champagne's a
that's
whole lot
champagne.
more.
Champagne is Yuck City.
Yes, champagne is Yuck City.
So, but yeah, it's weird how some vices are okay while others are not. Like, I don't think drinking is should be acceptable. It's to me like weed and beer are like flipped to me, but that's just me.
Me weird and weed and beer are like the same to me. Um, and I mean like, and I'm speaking from like someone who's like done both. Um, the only thing is that like here, like, okay, so then I mean like here's my little rant. So with like a beer, you can have a single beer, and I actually like the taste of certain beers with certain foods. Like I like to have beer and pizza together, or like a beer and wings together. It complements each other. So sometimes like you can have a beer and not drink a beer for like a whole month or something like that. Have a beer and it be fine. You enjoy it. It's refreshing. That's great. Okay. If you don't smoke weed and you take like one or two hits, you're going to be messed up. You know what I mean? And so like the whole premise of smoking, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying the premise of smoking is you're smoking to get high versus drinking. You don't need to necessarily drink to get drunk. You can drink it because you like the drink. And so like to me there's a difference. But like I still view them the same at the same level where I don't think smoking weed is a big deal. Um and I've done a lot of stupid things while I've been smoking weed, and I think it's pretty harmless. But at the same time, I don't smoke anymore. It's been like years and years and years. I don't need to smoke anymore, but I don't see it as a big deal. But if you take like just if we're talking about a just casual random person, one beer versus like one hit, they're completely different. If that makes sense.
You ever smear poo on walls when you were high?
That is on my to-do list.
Okay. Well, I'm not a big drinker. I don't really like the taste of beer, and the only time I do drink is to get drunk. So for me, it is the same thing.
Wait, if you drink to drink drunk, why do you drink beer?
Sometimes I want to take it slow and bloaty.
That literally makes no sense.
Sometimes I want to feel super bloated as I get drunk.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to get full before I get drunk.
Yeah.
And then have the beer poops.
Yeah, something just depends, but I'm not the big drinker and I'm not a big smoker. I am actually a lot less fun when I am inebriated.
And you're a vegan.
I am a straight edge a vegan who drives a hybrid.
Yes.
I am the epitome of fun that has ever existed.
Yeah, I don't know. So like those are my 2 cents about that stuff. But like I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. Like I think if you can, I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I've driven high before. Trust
me. Oh, felonious confessions.
Yeah. I'm not telling you when, but I have before. More times than I would want to admit at a certain time in my life.
All right. Well, I don't know why Philip's giving confessions on this episode.
Confessions! No, it's been many moons, but I think for the most part, weed's harmless.
I have never done anything like that. I am a righteous individual who only does things against the law when he is straight edged.
Someone should just trap you in an elevator and hotbox you.
No, I would kill him.
Then you'd be the only person in the elevator. Like, just dump it in there like incense at a Catholic church, and then like just trap you in the elevator.
I would find a way out, and then
you could like freaking Mission Impossible that.
Yeah, and then I'd kill everybody and say I was high, and it's not my fault.
Yeah,
that's a good plausible excuse. No.
Yeah. Well, okay. So anyway, Dan, we're at an hour.
We are.
So I think episode 15 is in the bag.
Nope.
We've got some.
Nope. We're gonna do 45 hours.
Okay. Episode 15 is in the bag.
Nope.
We did time traveling.
I'm gonna clap for 20 minutes.
Are you standing?
I'm so standing, and I'm gonna jog and stand and clap at the same time to get my aerobics.
I mean, I think episode 15 has been pretty good. We had some time traveling. We had some confessions. We have some allegations, and yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good, Dan. I mean, you want to give a word from our sponsors, or you want to have anything to say?
Yeah.
Go?
If you like Denny's and you know it, give us silent jazz hands.
Clap your hands.
No, silent jazz hands.
Yeah. Yeah. So I keep doing this whole engagement plug thing, guys. If you like Popeye's chicken sandwich, you've tasted it, we still want to know what you think. You guys, we need attention. We need it badly. Okay, like we check our phones and we're like, man, I really wish a roaster would talk to us. Sometimes I lie awake in the middle of the night going, where are my roasters?
All around me are familiar
roasters. Worn out roasters.
Poop on the walls that I put.
Oh, man. Dan, you know what?
All the time.
Dude, we still need to see that freaking peanut butter cup expedition.
I know. I asked Napkin Man earlier last week.
Oh, what did Napkin Man say?
Napkin Man said he wasn't in the mood to... he's still slumbering. So
okay.
He said he wasn't in the mood to unravel his slumber party.
So just to get a little racist, okay? What color is Napkin Man's napkin?
Napkin Man is a lot like Michael Jackson.
Okay.
He bleached himself white.
Oh, did he?
Most napkins are white.
Well, I mean, you can get a napkin in pretty much every color now, Dan.
I don't see black napkins too often unless they're...
Like black napkins for Halloween parties, bro.
I don't see yellow napkins unless they are like at a festive event.
No, yellow napkins are totally a thing
Where?
for certain kid parties and stuff. I mean, yellow is a color, like dress colors and stuff like that. So kids have like that: yellow balloons, yellow plates, yellow napkins. Um, like if they have like a Transformers birthday party and it's a Bumblebee theme.
Yeah, I mean, Napkin Man likes to stick with the OG white, I think, because he likes to wear.
Napkin Man's racist.
I mean, he is. It doesn't really a yellow or brown or black, maybe black, but it's very sharp to wear black. It doesn't fit his outfit. Like he has the hat,
Okay.
the
Okay.
white matches, black could match. I mean, he would have to change his outfit. And that's a lot of work. And Napkin
What
Man
about
is not
what about
wearing
the
a yellow shirt. That is not happening.
what about a brown napkin? I mean, those are like the industrial napkins. You know, like sometimes you get those the Chipotle napkins.
Yeah, like in indigenous people napkins.
Yeah, Native American napkins.
Yeah, Aboriginal napkins. It's possible. It's typically not the best material though. It's been
Does
recycled.
Napkin Man does he indulge in rainbow napkins?
I've never seen a rainbow napkin.
Neither have I. So that would be uh, that would be a sight to see, Dan.
It is something that could be on the horizon, like reading rainbow. I always think of reading rainbow when I think of rainbows.
Well, you know, I can be anywhere.
I think of that black guy.
I can be anywhere.
I think of the black guy on that show.
His name was what? Lavar?
I think so.
Lavar?
But speaking of old timey things, dude, you know what movie I gotta watch? We'll end it with this. I
Okay.
think it's coming out next week.
Okay.
Is the Mister Rogers movie.
Oh yeah, yeah, with Tom Hanks in it. Yeah, for sure.
And if you are an American and you don't want to watch that movie, you are the type of American who likes to smear poop on walls.
You know, I don't think people like really realize how much of an impact Mr. Rogers has had on television and just like community and people and things. You know what I mean? Like people know a little bit of a story, but I think people are going to be really surprised when they see this movie. You
Oh,
know?
I don't know much about Mr. Rogers, but I loved Playland as a kid. And that's enough for me. Playland was the best thing ever as a kid.
Yeah, you just wanted to hop in that train and just go.
Playland was the best. The rest of the show was all right. Like I kind of liked when he like came home and left, put his sweater on, took off his shoes so slowly. But man,
I liked when he cut things when he used the scissors.
I don't remember that well. But I remember Playland very well. But dude, we're gonna end it with that. Cause can you imagine Mr. Rogers smearing poop on the wall?
I want to imagine what song he's singing.
It's a wonderful day to draw poop on the walls. A wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Smear your neighbor. Would you be mine? Smear your neighbor.
I'm drawing poop on the walls of my neighbor's house.
I poop on my hands and I'm touching the puppets.
And these aren't really my hands. What? So.
Oh god. Okay, this is about to get really inappropriate. You guys, episode 15 is done. Thank you guys for listening. Seriously, guys, we really appreciate you guys. Very excited to have listeners from around the globe. Continue to share the podcast, and please let us know topics and things you want us to talk about. Like Dan and I, we look for topics and we're hunting during the week and things like that for stuff that we think you guys want to hear, but stuff that like we enjoy talking about. But like it would really be fun to start talking and touching on things that you guys are suggesting to us, because like that kind of just makes it like a community based thing, and that's kind of like a vision that we kind of have, where it's like we have a little bit of a community and we're interacting with each other, we're having fun. And so if you're having fun, let's have some more fun. Interact with us. Tell us some things that you want us to talk about. Again, it can't be religious and it can't be political. So if you take those two out, you've got like two things to talk about. But like, let us know.
Because if you don't, we're going to talk about next week. We're going to talk about Mr. Rogers smearing poop on walls.
There's only so many things that we could smear, and there's only so many ways that we can't clap.
Yeah, because I can't even imagine Mr. Rogers clapping. He never clapped because he was a good person.
I don't know. I don't remember him clapping, but like it's been a long time since I've watched that show.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been long enough. It's been 70 minutes of entertainment into your eardrums, and you should be thankful, and you should go smear poop on walls, and you should not clap at us, but you should DM us with your hands, and do not send us clapping videos.
You send us clapping videos.
And give us ideas, give us recommendations, give us things you'd like us to talk about. We could talk about how we like to kick horses. We can talk about how we like to give ants lobotomies. We can talk about how we like to go to the grocery store and throw things off the shelves, but have people catch them and then laugh and then just run around. We like to play tag. We could talk about how we like to go to the jungle gym at parks and cut the swing sets so little kids can fall, and we can laugh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's vandalism.
And then we could talk about how we like to walk across the freeway in heavy traffic because we like to make people laugh.
Well, so now that Dan has confessed the laundry list of crap he just did in the last like 2 years of his life, I think that
last 2 years, I'm talking about last weekend.
Well, the playing field is now leveled. Okay, I've had my I had my little spiel, and you just had yours. But anyway, guys, okay, seriously, it's gone long enough. We love you guys, appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Poopy.